video is going to be about hostas, because on one of my other gardening related DIY videos, one man, I think it's a man, said he liked the garden, he liked what I did. Can you make more videos? Okay, what am I actually quite good at? Because I'm not a gardener as such, but I can do it. One thing I'm very good at, I think, I'll say so, is growing hostas. And this video is how to grow good hostas, and more importantly, how to make them so they never get eaten by a slug or a snail. That's what this is about mostly. So, where should we start? First thing, I think, apart from obviously having a hosta, is to have a pot that doesn't attract snails in the first place, or can't, where they have nowhere to live. Now, a lot of pots have especially I use the plastic ones. They're cheaper, lighter, can't break. But I only have two hostas, two very good ones, and I'll show you pictures of those in just to prove my point how good they are from previous years. And one thing I found at a garden centre one day was pots, as per this one. And you can see this was the one that one was in, and it's now knackered. See, it's falling to bits. But I've kept it anyway. It's useful. It's coming very useful for this video. One of them as a pair is still alright. It's got another year or so left in it. It's not split. But the other, but obviously that one has got a more modern equivalent from a local garden centre. Now this one was made originally by Wards, and it's called a strata. It may still be available, but it wasn't the last time I looked. But what's important is, as you can see, inside and outside, there are no underneath ridges. And snails and slugs live under them in the daytime, and they come out and eat your hostas. So that's important. You can obviously most of the what do you call them, stoneware or pottery ones are like that, but these things are heavy, and you have to repot a hosta about every 2 years at the way they grow outwards. And, that's what's caused. You see the shape of that? It's oval, it's not round anymore. Well, that's caused by the roots going in one direction and stretching it, and then the sun and UV and all the rest of it split it. It'll also be a good demonstration for the copper. Now, you may have heard that copper strip, self-adhesive tape that this is, deters slugs and snails. It does. But what you need to do, I think, every year, with the aid of a brass brush, I suggest, is to clean it up like that, which will refresh the potency of the copper. Just go around it with the brass brush, and it'll come out nice. But it'll look nicer too. It'll make it more potent to keep the snails away. Like that, you see. Work your way around. I'm not doing it all in this video, but that's what a tip. And the oxide comes off. Well, the oxide before it turns green, which it has in places there. Alright, so there you go. Now, as far as the planting of the hostas is concerned, it's like any other house plant, outdoor plant with some reasonable compost. Keep it down, because you want to add, what I'm going to show you, mulch. So you want to plant it so it's levels down here really, and over the years it'll work up. By the time you get up to here, it's probably got too big for the pot anyway, and you've got to tip it out on the lawn, preferably the lawn, or wherever you do your potting, and cut it in half with a spade or something, or a big knife. And plant a bit of it back and move the others on to your friends. That's what we do, or I do. Now on this pot, which I'll give the details of that, I've done a little video in the garden centre where I bought. They still got them, so I showed that. And a new idea. It has a liner. It's a separate item, different make, but let me go around here. As you can see, I'll get hold of, well there you can see it. It's like a very thin pot within a pot. and probably with a big pair of pliers, 2 pair of pliers, you can get it and you can lift it out, which then you can manoeuvre it a lot easier with a thin wall. You can then squidge about to make it come out of the pot easier than rolling around your nice white, or whatever colour that is, cream plastic one, to save damage and scuffs on the ground. But that's a nice to have, you don't have to do that. So now another thing I've discovered very important with stopping slugs getting onto hostas, probably people don't realise, is they're actually quite intelligent things, and I'm pretty sure they stare at a hosta for days or weeks, working out how to get past these various obstructions. And I found, because I saw one doing it, because I don't keep them here, I'll keep them over there on the back next to the house wall, on a table off the ground about this height. These things can get that wide. Now when the leaves come out and go like that, this thing could be like this. It's big, it's very impressive. And you must not let, I'd say, the leaves get anywhere more closer than say 3 inches than to any other object that a snail can come up, and I've seen them stretching out at least 2 inches, the big ones anyway, to reach a hosta leaf. I saw it doing it, and so you shuffle them away from the wall wherever they are, keep them away, keep moving them about as they grow. Otherwise all this is a waste of time. It'll just take a bridge onto a leaf and get in there. And the other thing, because last year I let myself down, I actually got holes in my leaves and I couldn't work out where they were coming from. Every day I was searching the plant for these little holes that appear. Couldn't find the snail anywhere. The reason I couldn't find the snail, because it was a baby one that big. It lived in the soil or on the top of the soil. You can't see it because you're looking for a snail this big, and he's only really that big. And the reason is, when you put, because I always put a mulch of fish blood and bone, so a handful, which you can see it in here, so that way that pinky stuff, I've already done it, right? Handful each, or half a teacup sort of thing, or a quarter teacup. And then what I really wanted to do is to put a mulch of well rotted cow manure, or manure anyway, farm yard manure as they call it. You can see that bag down there. So that's what I'm going to do. But the best time to do it is not like this one is. I've left all of a sudden, in the last week, it's been raining for weeks, haven't been bothered to do it. It's freezing cold. It's freezing cold now actually, on April the 22nd, and it's still only 10 degrees. I thought I've got to get this video done. It's going to rain again tomorrow. It's the best time to do it is just as they come up or before they appear. So this one, which is fire, no, what is this one? I don't know. This one's got a more complicated name. That one's fire and ice. Beautiful that is. That's white and green, but the opposite way to the common hosta. It looks very effective. But you want to put the manure on here before the leaves unfurl like that. You don't want that, other than the dung gets inside it and it stays there, and it's hard to get. It won't wash away. You have to hand pick it out. So what the problem was I created is sometimes in the manure are snail or slug eggs, like little round yellow balls. I remember seeing them and just ignored them, and then it occurred to me that they were the eggs later on, and that's what had caused the damage. So what I'm now going to do is I'm going to put the dung in a trug bucket, or in another bucket, only enough for a mulch. So I'm not putting it straight on the hosta. I'm putting it in here first. You don't need much for, you need a half an inch like that. So it comes up to there. Now what I'm going to do is move it around thoroughly, looking carefully for any white or yellow snail eggs. And any you find, take them out and tread on them. There's one. Yeah. There you go. See that? Little bugger there. See him? Yeah, I don't know what, I assume you can see it. There. Don't want that. Throw that out. Squish it. And get a look. Just keep moving it about so you're thoroughly convinced you've got rid of any more. They do tend to stand out quite well, being yellow. Oh, there's another one. Yep, see? Yellow. There he is. There. Where it went. Oh, I think I saw another one there, and I went and... Did I see another one? Ah, yeah, there's something. There's something. Oh, a big one. Bigger one, much bigger one. There we go. Buggers. Oh, I think they're... Not sure they're dead. Mind you, you could just not bother with to do this and just put the fish blood and bone on. Probably do the same job. Now, I've looked all around it now. A bit tedious doing this. That one. Might have been. Anyway, there you go. So now you just sprinkle it on. See, alright. Probably have to move it around my hands. It is reasonably clean. It's not. It's well rotted manure, so it's basically compost. But while you're doing it, still keep an eye out for those snail eggs. You never know, there might still be one in there. Is that enough? You don't want to overdo it. Carefully put it down. I wouldn't use the trowel type or that big, whatever that thing is. But very useful, those things, those big ones, for unloading compost. And that will rot down and disappear. Can't see any more eggs. Oh, there's one, there's one, there's one. Yep, go away. Push it around. I don't like getting my hands dirty. But since I'm operating the camera and the phone, I need hands, don't I? Not gloves. That won't work. Not gardening gloves anyway. Right. There we go. Looks like, well, that, I suppose. Right. So let's reiterate how you stop the slugs. A pot with no hidden cavities, shall we say. Copper, self-adhesive copper band, preferably kept clean. Actually, acid that you use for the chalky taps type thing will also clean it quite well. Just mop it round with that and wipe it off with clean water. It'll also reactivate the copper surface. Right, and don't let the leaves touch anything. Be at least, that far away, 3 to 4 inches away, all round. Don't let them each plant touch each other. They'll find a way. And don't let any snail eggs get in your compost, get in there in the first place, because you negated all your troubles otherwise. So, I think that's it. I always label mine. For some reason, that one, there we go, it is there. Can't read it very well. Something like Fortunii. I can't read the next bit. So it's on my photographs, and I'll put the name of this one in the description, or even as a bit of text on the video, or both probably, in case you like the hostas when you see been obviously grown, but I thought I'd better do the video now because it's spring and that's the time you've got to do this. You never wait until they've already been eaten, is it, before you do this video? The trouble with a lot of gardening videos, they're really seasonal. Because the one about the raking the grass, like you said, don't get loads of hits now in the spring. Didn't get many last year, but getting loads now. It's my second most hit video. So being at the right time is important for that sort of thing if you're a YouTuber, it appears. So that'll do for a minute. Thank you very much. Hope that worked. Did I just do that and didn't press record? Oh yeah, I did. These are the sort of pots I now use for my hostas. They don't have an internal or external ridge, so there's nothing there. See that? Unlike these ones, which have places where snails and slugs can hide underneath. Avoid them with hostas. So that's the type of thing. That brand is Elho. Also, but not as an option, I've put one of these. Just happened to be conveniently right next to them in the garden centre. These Apta liner, so you can take it out so it doesn't damage the pot too much. Makes it easier to repot hostas, which need to be repotted probably about every 2 years actually, at the rate they grow. Okay, and there's a thin piece of plastic. I better come off of there or not, I don't know. Nope, it won't. Anyway, it's a thin polythene or something, I don't know what it is, some kind of plastic, and just goes inside the pot. Thing called a pot liner. That's not the price of my one, that's just the one that's convenient for the camera. Okay.